In this video, I will discuss the bony framework of the orbital cavity. Orbital cavity, also called as the eye sockets or bony orbits, are bilateral symmetrical cavities in the head. They enclose the eyeball and its associated structures such as the extraocular muscles, lacrimal gland, etc. In adult human, the orbit volume is about 30 milliliter, and among 30 milliliter, the eye occupies 6.5 milliliter. The boundaries of the orbital cavity are formed by the 7 bones. The orbital cavity can be thought as a pyramidal structure with the apex pointing posterior-medially into the optic foramen with 4 walls: the superior wall, the medial wall, the inferior wall, and the lateral wall, and a base situated interiorly, opening into the face surrounded by the orbital rim. First, we will discuss the apex of the orbital cavity. As I said, the apex is pointed posteriorly and medially into the optic foramen. Next is the superior wall or roof of the orbital cavity. As you can see, the superior wall is formed by 2 bones, the frontal bone and the sphenoid bone. And in the sphenoid bone, it is the lesser wing of the sphenoid bone that form the superior wall of the orbital cavity. Next is the medial wall of the orbital cavity. This is the medial wall of the orbital cavity, and as you can see, it is formed by 4 bones: the ethmoid bone, the maxilla bone, the lacrimal bone, and also the sphenoid bone. Next is the inferior wall of the orbital cavity. This is the inferior wall of the orbital cavity, and as you can see, it is formed by 3 bones: the maxilla bone, the zygomatic bone, and the palatine bone. Next is the lateral wall of the orbital cavity. This is the lateral wall of the orbital cavity, and as you can see, there are 2 bones in the lateral wall of the orbital cavity. These are the zygomatic bone and the sphenoid bone, and it is the greater wing of the sphenoid bone that has contribution in the lateral wall of the orbital cavity. Last is the base of the orbital cavity. Just like the apex, the base is also an opening, but the base is situated anteriorly and it opens into the face, as you can see. And this base is surrounded by the orbital rim. This is the orbital rim surrounding the base of the orbital cavity. The orbital rim is formed superiorly by the frontal bone, medially by the nasal part of the frontal bone, and the frontal process of the maxillary bone, inferiorly by the zygomatic process of the maxilla bone and the zygomatic bone, laterally by the frontal process of the zygomatic bone and the zygomatic process of the frontal bone. That's all about the bony framework of the orbital cavity. Thank you.